Hi, everyone. Great to see you again. And it's really good to be here again. As always, please drop a hello in the comments if you're here with me, because it's great to see who's jumping on these chats. Look, today's topic is a really important one. I want to talk to you today about the number one mistake that aspiring community wellbeing change makers actually make. And this isn't something that is small. It's actually something that can really stop your momentum if you let it. So, what is this biggest mistake? What I see change makers, the mistake I often see them regularly make, is they try to do this alone. So I just want to ask you for a moment, have you ever felt like you need to have all the answers, that you need to have all the ideas, have all the energy, all the solutions figured out before you even get started, and you have to know how to get funding by yourself and know how to do it? If that's how you're feeling, then you're making it way harder for yourself than it actually needs to be. The thing is, change making and improving mental health and wellbeing outcomes isn't a solo game, even if you have your own initiative or your own idea. It's actually all about collaboration. Real impact happens when people actually come together across different sectors and across communities and areas of expertise. So let me just ask you for a moment. Have you ever felt that frustration of wanting to do something, of wanting to fix solutions that aren't working, but you felt overwhelmed by trying to solve all of those community issues alone? If you have, drop a yes in the comments, because I think that it's a very shared issue and a shared place that many people come from. So why do I believe collaboration is the secret for making a difference? And why does it make such an impact? So there's many reasons why collaboration is a key strategy for success. But first and foremost, when you collaborate, your impact multiplies. You share resources, you share your energy, you share your ideas. You also harness the strengths that each organization already has instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. And you create solutions that are deeper, stronger, that are much more well-rounded, and they actually are more sustainable. Now, a community-driven wellbeing solution thrives because it's built collaboratively and it has insights from health, education, law enforcement, sporting groups, community groups, etc. And that's because all aspects of the community are actually considered, and all aspects of the issue are considered rather than coming at it from just a one-pronged approach. But also, all strengths of that organisation are utilised so that we actually work together to solve the shared issues. And as a result, the solutions are felt community-wide, and a cultural shift is able to be created around the way that we actually approach mental health and wellbeing. Now, collaboration also means that you're no longer alone. You don't carry the burden of having to solve everything yourself, and it becomes a shared burden of responsibility instead, with you igniting the conversation, you igniting the spark for change. It also reduces the individual burden on those in these organisations that are working tirelessly trying to do it all. So I want you to just consider for a moment, who could be a great collaborator in your community? Now, just like if you saw my video from last week, I want you to think about who are the organisations in your community that might share your frustration, even if they're coming at it from a different angle from you or from the place that you work or the place that you come from in terms of your passion. And I want you to really think about it. I want you to write it down, as I told you to last week when you were thinking of a person. I want you to write that organisation down and really think about how it is that you could connect with them. And that's the one action that I want you to take today in order to make some change happen, to really build upon what we talked about. I want you to think of that group and think actually about, how is it that I could reach out? Are you going to contact them and suggest a coffee? Are you going to hop on a quick call with them? Are you going to perhaps attend their next meeting or invite one of them to attend your next meeting, so that you can actually start thinking about how you can have this conversation? And it doesn't have to be complicated. You just need to actually get it started. So I want you to take this opportunity right now to write it down, write it in the comments, write it somewhere that will make you accountable to it. Because I want you to understand that this single conversation can really open doors, it can spark ideas, and it can really begin the kind of collaboration that creates real, sustainable, lasting change. Now, another way that you can actually do this, and you can get much more support to make this happen, is to come along to my free masterclass next week. It's happening on the 24th of April, so next Thursday at 11 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. But you can certainly use a fantastic resource, Time Zone Wizard, to check it in your time zone. My masterclass is 3 simple steps to become the Wellbeing Changemaker your community needs. Now, in this session, you're going to learn exactly how to confidently start collaborating, how to build momentum, and to create the impact that you actually dream about. Now, specifically, what we're going to talk about is I'm going to dive into the reality of what's happening in communities and why traditional solutions aren't working and what's really missing in rural communities and in rural mental health support. I'm going to address the shift that you need to make in order to feel confident that you have what it takes to make a difference. And that's regardless if you don't have any funding, you don't have any qualifications, because as I say regularly, this is not about setting up a mental health support service. It's about creating change and driving awareness and driving a cultural shift in the way your community approaches mental health and wellbeing. And we're going to talk about some first steps that you can take to create real change, because I'm going to introduce you to a proven step-by-step framework that can help you turn your frustration into action. And I really am going to make sure that you walk away feeling equipped, feeling empowered, and ready to make a difference in your community. Now, I'm going to pop the link into the comments as soon as I finish this video, but I just want you to know that spots are filling, so please don't wait to register, because I'm not going to be offering this again for a little while. So I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to start making change happen right now. Look, I'm going to wrap it up now. I just want to thank you for joining me today. And I want to remind you that the only mistake that can truly stop you is trying to do it alone and not choosing to step up, because you're meant to lead change with your community, not for your community. I'm really excited to help you step confidently into that role, and I very much look forward to seeing you at my masterclass next week, where ultimately we can stop watching the mental health statistics and start changing them. Until next time, see you soon.